In 2007, I was married to my best friend. His name was Jason, and I took my daughter. I was pregnant with my second daughter, and I took my oldest, who was 2 and 10 months old at the time, to the aquarium. And when I came home, he had left. And I didn't know where he was for 5 days. And then I got a call from the sheriff's office in North Georgia that he had taken his life. And in that moment, my world just came crashing down. And I was hurled into what I felt like was just chaos, depression, anger. I didn't understand why God would let me be in this situation if I was a devoted wife. And then I gave birth 2 months later, and then 3 months after that, my mom lost her battle with breast cancer. And it was this 5-month period in 2007 that was just so intense. And I was so thankful for the birth of my daughter, Sophia, who just turned 9 this month. But I was also reeling, wondering how I could survive and lead my little family with my 2 daughters in a way that was healthy and empowered and strong. And so over time, it's been a 9-year journey for me, and I found things that worked. And I went to a number of grief groups, and I found that, especially in what I saw in church environments, it's really important to talk about processing your loss. And we do that, unfortunately, sometimes around comfort foods or sugar-laden foods, which actually help set your body up for depression, because the grief depletes your body of vital nutrients, and then overly processed foods and sugars also deplete your body. So now you've double depleted your body, and in this verge of depressed state, you're asking God to lift the depression when in fact you're chemically setting yourself up for failure. So what I did was incorporate healthy eating, exercise. I started training for triathlons, and it so revolutionized my family. And I'm not saying that everybody has to train for a triathlon, even if it's a sprint one, which isn't that bad, but train for a 5K together. Have a goal in the future that gets you moving, gets you outside, gets you in the sunshine, gets you in community. I call it Team Train Triumph. Now, that you operate as a team, not just a grief group, with a common goal, which is initially a 5K, that you train body, mind, and spirit in healthy and wise choices that are biblically based, and that you triumph by attaining your goal, crossing your finish line, and then helping others on your same path. And I actually started a nonprofit for widows called Team Lady 180. You can find us at teamlady180.com. That's teamlady180.com. And I saw women's lives, grieving moms who were widows, change in just 4.5 months. They went from various degrees of sadness and struggle with being widows and being tired. I understand being really tired as a widowed mom, even a single mom, or just as a mom. And they went to feeling empowered, strengthened. They crossed finish lines and said, if I can do this, I can do anything. And that's what I'm really all about, is I want women who are going through trauma, whether it's the loss of a marriage, the loss of a loved one, the loss of a spouse, or a major life change, that they have a pattern that they can follow that creates a foundation of peace and health and wellness in their lives. And so I created, with area experts, I used my journalism expertise and researched it and interviewed different experts and created 180 Your Life, From Tragedy to Triumph, a woman's grief guide, which is a practical roadmap that gives you step-by-step tasks and concepts for a year, so that you can work with your family members, with your loved ones, with your friends, with your small group, to create a foundation of peace, simplifying your home, simplifying your life, simplifying your processes, strengthening your body, attaining your goals, learning to help others. And when I did this, I found this huge, tremendous transformation in my life, this wellspring of joy. And I thought, well, let me write it down. Let me create this program